Hello. You're on my kitchen counter right now because the kitchen's the only place in my house that has decent lighting. Okay, so I've been in a bit of an art slump lately. I'm not liking anything that I'm drawing and I can't think of anything to draw. And so when I get into these kind of moods, I need to draw something. So I have a sketch that I've been working on and I'm just gonna finish it. And I thought this would be a good time to talk about art block and things that I do to get over art block. And maybe you can share with me some things you do to get over art block, and we could just have an art block conversation, artist to artist. Alright, so sun's going down, and so I'm just going to do a voiceover for the rest of this video. Yeah, let's get to it, because I don't know what else to say. And here we go. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the good old tin can audio. This is just a sketch I've been working on. I've been really interested in just doing more complicated action poses lately. And so I thought it would be fun to just line and color and just render this drawing. And you know, it's not the best drawing I've done, it's not my favorite, I'm not really feeling it, but I thought it would be a good example because, you know, when I'm in like an art funk kind of mode, I'm not liking anything that I'm drawing and nothing's coming out right and I don't have like any ideas, I'm not inspired to do anything specific, and so when I'm like this, I'll just grab some poses off of Pinterest and then I'll start sketching them out. And you know, sometimes you're not gonna show the world every drawing that you're super proud of. If anything, it's just a good example of how I draw when I'm just not liking anything that's coming out. It's not that I'm not motivated to draw per se, it's more of I really want to draw, but just, you know, for some reason my hand just can't do it. Can't draw the lines the way I want it, or, you know. And you know, sometimes when I get into these, you know, slumps, everything I make just doesn't look like it came from me. It looks like someone with a totally different style made this sketch. You know, the sketch looks different, the line art looks different, the face, just the overall style, it's weird. It looks like it didn't come from me. And I find it really frustrating to be in these states because sometimes it happens when I'm very motivated. You know, I want to draw all these things and just it's not coming out right, you know? And so when I get like this, I kind of have two options. Option A, I can walk away and come back and look at it later. Or option B, I just draw. It doesn't matter if it's horrible, I just draw and I don't think too hard about it. I just let my hand do whatever it wants. Kind of like a warm-up sketch kind of thing, which warm-up sketches I find are very helpful, especially when I want to start drawing something. I will just draw a few bad iterations of the drawing before I actually do the real one, and I find that helps. I'm here to kind of propose maybe an unconventional tip for getting over art block. I don't know, I don't compare notes too much with other artists. Sometimes I do. But one thing I have heard is for art block, it's a good idea to walk away from the canvas and get your mind off it and, you know, focus on something else or look at things that inspire you. And you know, don't get me wrong, breaks are important and we all need them, or else, you know, you get burnt out, and burnout is a real issue. But for me, if I'm having an art block or if I'm not liking the way any of my stuff is turning out, I feel I just need to push through it until I get to the other side of that slump, you know? It's kind of like almost a puzzle. Like if I just walk away, from a drawing, when I'm in that kind of state, I'm gonna get frustrated. It's like a problem that needs to be solved, and my brain just needs to kind of tinker with it and play with it. So if I just walk away, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about, and I just need to kind of, like a Rubik's Cube, I just need to work on it until it's solved. And so sometimes I'll just let my hands work it out. Sometimes maybe I just need to sketch some, 12, 20 bad sketches in a row until I get back up on the horse. Sometimes you just need to make a bad drawing, just to get it out of your system. And even the more I worked on this drawing, I wasn't really happy with the line art. I honestly think this drawing may look a little better in its sketch mode, but it's something that I wanted to just work on. I knew it wasn't going to be something I was particularly proud of, but it's just an exercise drawing, and sometimes we just need to do that. Not all of our stuff is going to be top tier, super proud of it, I don't know, and I don't know if that's maybe just because I'm kind of a amateur artist, and that's not the healthiest way to go about it, but it's what helps me. But everyone is different. Every artist functions different, and that's just how I work right now. That's what works for me. Some people really do benefit from looking away from their drawing for a bit and getting their mind off it. But if you're anything like me, maybe this method helps you out too. So next time you're in an art block, maybe just work on some sketches and don't think too hard about it. Don't worry about the drawing being presentable. Just let your hands kind of sketch it out, and eventually you'll pull yourself out of it, if that method works for you. If not, then maybe you just need to find a groove that works for you, something that works with the way you function. But with that said, I definitely recommend you listen to tips and tricks from a bunch of other artists, see what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and finish this drawing, and I'm curious to hear how you get over art block, or when you're in these states where you're not liking anything, what do you do to get out of it? I'm really curious to hear. And if you tried this method, let me know. Did it work for you? Did it not work for you? I'm really curious to see if other people do this. I thank you for sticking around and listening to this, and I will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.